Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here. I didn't know how we were going to do this, so we're doing it just like this. Yes, you are looking at the Magdalen Papyrus 64 from Magdalen Library there in Oxford. And this is Matthew chapter 26, verses 23 and 31, which is fascinating for a couple of reasons. First of all, Karsten Peter Thiede in 1994-95, using a confocal epifluorescent laser microscope, determined that the papyri that was used on this was consistent with papyri somewhere between 37 AD and 70 AD, most likely in the 60s AD, which would be what they call Eyewitness of Jesus. That's the name of his book. Secondly, it is a look at the critical text versus the received text, and it actually reads the received text reading, which would be monumental for King James students. So again, this is Matthew 26, verses 31 and 23 and 31. Now, got this off eBay, place called Historical Prints. It was $35.99. I just bit the bullet, said I had to have it because of its historical significance. They have several things of Greek papyri. One day, Lord willing, I'll have it framed and all of that. Now, there's a lot of debate on the dates, like Philip Comfort. Philip Comfort, Ray Comfort is the other apologetics guy. Philip Comfort dates it between 150, 175 AD. I think Allen dates it 200 AD. Currently, the official thing is it's between mid-2nd century, so 150 to early 4th century to 320 AD. Some people think P4 and P67, that this is all part of the same manuscript. Now, the other postulation is it's the same scribe that wrote that, but a different manuscript. So that's just fascinating. And I just wanted to show you up close and personal. Those of you that may know Greek, you can read that. And hope I didn't have it upside down because it's so difficult to read. One of the guys that first found it and examined it, he said uncial letters, which is the all caps letters, came into scribal being in the late 2nd century, and he felt like this was a pre-uncial script, or uncial, different people pronounce it different way, pre-uncial script, or majuscules as they're also called, and he felt that that's what this was. And so that would have been 100 to 125 AD. But this is probably the oldest Greek manuscript we have. And after examining the evidence, both pro and con, I would tend to agree with Karsten Thiede. I think the reason there's so much pushback is because it proves the Bible too much, destroys a lot of different critical theories and thinking. And I would say that it's probably from the 50s or 60s AD, which is fascinating, showing Matthew had wide circulation. It's probably not the autograph of Matthew, but it is showing that the Gospel of Matthew was in Greek in the 1st century, and a lot of implications there that it wasn't a later forgery, and on and so forth. So there you have it, the P64 Magdalen Papyri. God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.